The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Conference Championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. May will throw to get us started here. Going deep right away. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Stroud. Caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Brought in right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Now a give running right. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
2nd and 3 now.
TJ. All right.
Putting a receiver in motion. Another carry for him. That one gains 7. And it'll give him a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28.
Look at hot.
Stroud. Cut out left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense in the hurry up here. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Let's go.
They send a man in motion. They're headed up the middle. Only manages 1 on the play, so that sets up 4th and goal from the 3.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. The Desperados finish off their opening drive. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Check.
Made a throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Escapes the pocket. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Now a give left side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Chased out to his right. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Ready. Ring it. Street.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready.
They'll run here on first down. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Going play action, May. Rolling out to his left. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
Here we go, second and very long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin.
Let's go.
They're looking at third and very long.
Check, smash.
Man in motion here.
Ready.
Third and long for him here. He's got it deep downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Riggs.
May on first and 10. Completed to his running back. He's got a gain of 6 there. Christian Harris on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
60 by 6. Go.
From the 36. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
To the air yet again, May. Pass caught, 9-yard line. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Throwing from the gun here. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense up to the line fast. On play action, here's Stroud. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Vegas. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
To the air on 1st down, May. Throw reeled in by Njoku. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
The give here on 2nd. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Let's go now. Ready?
On play action, here's May. He rolls to his right. Has it in close. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps in at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Hey, smash.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Check go.
They'll try and punch it in. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Scooped up by the great return comes to an end with the tackle.
Kate, I am telling you, ball over the entire 100 yards. If you start smelling that end zone, you're inside the 5. Boy, you've got to take care of that ball at all costs and can't let it get ripped free.
All right.
On first down, they'll run. There it is. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Desperados can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. He's on the move. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
May now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to the air. It's May. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, set. Cut 19. Cut 19. Hurt. Hut.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins likely looking at a punt. So as they face 4th down, on comes Corey Bojorquez to kick. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They've got first down from the 31.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
first. It's second down.
Here we go.
Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Stroud now on third. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
All right.
We send a man in motion.
Tony. Where's the hot?
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Here we go.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
All right. Hey, one more.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
All right.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Desperados take the lead just before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him. which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. He's going to push one deep down the right. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Desperados do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. On the move, headed right. That one's complete, right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
All right.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
All right. Under.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
On the quick, right? 19 seconds. Go.
Back to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
May on 1st and 10. Flushed out now to his left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Another try following the sack. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's May to the air. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Desperados are going to have it back, and it's marked at the 38. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Hauled in left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He puts one through the uprights, and now he'll send it towards the other end zone. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk, go! Go street.
They motion the tight end over. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Rig alert, rig alert. Set, go.
Here's May. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Stephanie! 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's the pistol snap to May. Oh no, they get him yet again! Christian Harris picks it off. And the Desperados get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Oh, ready. Under. Rock to the right. Rock to the right.
They give it to him again. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
3rd and long for him here. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception. The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
They've got a man in motion.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
To the air on first down, May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Desperados almost took it all the way back. Oh, what a return, down to the 5.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Here's a give on first and goal. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 9 here. Shotgun now, 1st round. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Only 1 frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. They've got possession, just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Handoff now, running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to force one through there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
May trying again here on 2nd. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. To the air yet again, May. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
2nd and 3 now.
Seven Pirates. Here we go, set.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Working quickly here. Working inside the red zone. Connection made to Judy. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Escapes the pocket. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Let's go. Ready?
Takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for two. He's throwing for it. And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a one-score ball game. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust. And they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Running it now out of the gun. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. From the gun, Stroud. They did it! He made the interception! And he's going to go! It's a pick six! He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
May now from the gun. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline and get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. They did it! He made the interception! And he takes this one back for the pick six! Late in the game, Brock the lead, and if this holds, the win are theirs off the biggest play we've seen all game defensively.
Okay, by this point in the game, you're spent physically, but as defenders, you've got to be at your sharpest mentally. Get caught off guard, and this game could be over. Catch them off guard, and all of a sudden now you're defending the lead.
Point after converted from Carney. And the Dolphins jump in front now by 5. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Back to the air following the pick six. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives them the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Stroud. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
All right.
Back to throw, Stroud. Caught by his back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll be brought down after getting into the 47-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. It is cut left side. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line. He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And he even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
They're leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
Here we go.
Here he is to throw. And unable to connect on that throw. So they're still ahead. Now they just have to defend it over the final seconds here. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No! Check go!
From the gun, it's May. He's on the move. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Come on, set! 18, Pioneer! 79, Broncos! 19, Lion! Warrior 70! And up!
Back to the air, it's May. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready, ready!
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set, ready! Check,
Man in motion here.
Panther 11, Panther 11! Ready, ready!
Now to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Come 19! Come 19!
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
All right.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout. Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Fourth down now. Another kneel would stop the clock and turn it over. Let's see what they do here. He's back to throw. incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
Three. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Desperados are your winners as we say so long from Miami.